Here's the kicker, Zane Gonzalez, ready to get this one started. And off we go from Tampa. A fairly short kick from the 14. First rep of the game for Josh Jacobs. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down. Airing this one out for Evans. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Throwing is Brady on third down. Wide open, Gronkowski. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. They'll get 11, but still a little short. Fourth down. They go with Jacobs. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. Play action. Now it's Brady. Right side. That's complete to Gronkowski. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
So, Charles, we have reached the end here of a long season, Week 18, which we don't say very often, although this is not the first Week 18 that the NFL has ever seen.
Not at all, and Brandon, some of the people might be a little bit too young to remember, but back in 1993, the league experimented with giving teams 2 open weeks for the year, and we also saw Week 18 when the league was on pause for a few weeks in 2001 following the attacks on September 11th.
And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Here's Brady. And the hook up here to Allen Robinson. That catch good for 5. It's third down. And the pocket's been protected pretty good here so far on the opening drive.
We always talk about confidence in runners and catchers and quarterbacks. How about the protection detail? They're not allowing anyone near the guy throwing the football.
Throwing now is Brady. It's complete. He's got Gronk. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. And now for him on the season, that is his 80th catch, and the result is a first down. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 11 more on that one, and another first down. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things, and it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Here's Jacobs from the gun. And he'll get 4 there, down to about the 12-yard line.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable third down, because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Trying to get it to Robinson, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. And the Panthers are going to get possession here as they force the opening drive turnover. Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ball game.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football, But at the same time, you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there. Brought down around the 16 or 17. Had a nice move, but couldn't free much space. Shaquille Barrett in on the tackle. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Darnold will hand off to McCaffrey. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8.
Well, this defense for the Bucs, they really played well a week ago in that win over the Jets.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defensive coordinator about their performance last week, because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
And he's got Rome. And all the way down to the 29.
Well, like so many wide receivers, he is a threat with the ball in his hands, and he's able to do his damage here after the catch.
On 1st and 10, Darnold. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 11 more yards that go around, a 1st down as well. So, Charles, first drive here, little safe completion underneath, maybe get some rhythm, get your feet wet, so to speak.
I agree, and I like it because it's a lot like a basketball game when you're getting started and you pass the ball around so everyone touches it early and gets involved in the game. In this case, it's not just dumping it to a back and he's able to run with the ball, but you get your offensive line
into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Sean Murphy-Bunting. And the Bucs are going to get the football here at their own 23.
And this, Charles, definitely not what they were wanting to see. Remember, he threw 3 interceptions in the loss last week, and now he gives the ball away again here in the very first quarter.
And you have to think that this was drilled into him all week, too, by his teammates, by his coaching staff. They've told him all week long, we've got to protect the football. They probably crossed that fine line with giving him the right advice and saying it too much, and it turned out that it got into his head a little bit.
And that's just a solid, good physical run there as he motors for 9 yards. We're scoreless after 1.
2nd down, back to Fournette.
And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 2 yards, good enough for a 1st. To throw is Brady. He finds his man, complete. It's Jacobs. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4. Throwing again on 2nd down. Brady looking for Evans, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Troy Pride.
And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. So a good spin move, but not a whole lot to show after as he's taken down. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. They'll give it up to McCaffrey. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the 1st down as he's tackled at the 1. McCaffrey is not going to get in here as they push him back to the 2-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
On 2nd and goal, Darnold. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Read it well, and it's picked. Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. He's at the 40, 20. And a terrific return there. They're finally able to corral him down near the 11-yard line. So quite a turn of events right there.
Indeed it is. I mean, they thought the worst that could happen was they'd get a field goal attempt to break the tie. Instead, interception, long return, and now the other guys have a great shot to go ahead.
And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1.
1st and goal at the 1. Fournette.
And this one will wind up with him losing yardage. Back to the 4-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Well, that play's not going to go in their highlight reel at the end of the season, but the only benefit to the offense, maybe a little more space if they want to throw the football now.
Touchdown! Chris Godwin, his 14th touchdown now on the year, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Extra point hugged the upright a bit, but he gets it to go. And that makes the score 7-0.
Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown.
Jackson now to return.
And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball, try and get things settled down a little bit.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Darnold. That is caught by Anderson. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. It's a gain of 34. 2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll send you cross-state to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have all the stats and all the scores from games going on during another busy Sunday in the National Football League. Now a good job shifting right, finding his target. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. A big play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Panthers are now an extra point away from tying up this game. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT. And we are tied here in the 2nd quarter. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Meanwhile, Brady's throw on target to Godwin here.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. First down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? Fournette, a first down carry. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
This, the second meeting between these two division rivals. You might recall they met earlier in the year, and it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home.
On 2nd and 7, Brady. And Brady going to be intercepted a third time.
Picked off by J.C. Horn.
Still fighting for more.
You can easily see the logic. It's a tie game. They just wanted to press it a little bit right before the half, hoping to get one more score.
Now, easy to second-guess the result, but now you have to think after that interception, just a field goal, and they're behind at the break.
Yeah, I think at the half, the head coach just says, look, that's on me. I wanted to press it, but it's because I believe in you guys.
On the ground, McCaffrey. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. They've been in the red zone 3 times in this game and have not scored a single point. Can they break through here on 2nd and goal? Sliding out of the pocket. That is caught. It's Anderson. Touchdown, Panthers. Robbie Anderson. His 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Panthers have taken the lead. Gonzalez good on the extra point. And that makes the score 14-7.
14, Buccaneers 7.
Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started.
And they've got less than 30 seconds to go here, so not a lot of time to work with.
Airing this one out for Evans. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Dante Jackson picks it.
And the Panthers are going to get the football back at their own 17.
Well, when you start thinking of guys that are in the mix for Defensive Player of the Year, I think you use him as Exhibit A. Maybe he's not the leading guy right now, but he's at least on the periphery and deserves to be in the discussion.
And because of that, he's looking at a game today where in order to make that big move and maybe become the guy, he needs multiple takeaways, multiple big plays, things that get our attention and reverberate for weeks to come.
23 yards on the play. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Play action. It's Darnold.
And he'll air this one deep for Anderson.
And incomplete on the deep ball.
These two teams, they met in Charlotte earlier in the year with the Panthers coming out on top. So if they can win here in Tampa, they'd be able to claim the season sweep.
A final shot before the break. Darnold. He's going to let it go again. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. So we come upon halftime intermission here with the visiting Panthers taking the lead to the locker room. As we toss it an hour or so east of here to Orlando, it's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Coach, yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this 3rd quarter in what's been a tight contest so far.
The Panthers out in front, and they will get the football first. Second half action underway. Jackson now to return. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
They're on 17-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive.
And, Charles, they've got the lead. I would imagine the overall halftime tone was a positive one, but what do you think the talking points were in the locker room?
He's got a man complete. And he takes it all the way down to the 32.
And boy, CD, it's one thing to watch a great run, but when it's a great run with broken contact, it's like a cherry on top. That was a nice play.
So how about this for a change in field position? From inside the 10, here's first down on the other side of the field. Space to run past the 20. And finally down at the 9-yard line. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half. Yeah. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Christian McCaffrey with touchdown number 29, too short of LaDainian Tomlinson's all-time record 31. And the Panthers add on to their lead. Gonzalez now to add the extra point. It's good, and it is now 21-7.
Makes the score Panthers 21, Buccaneers 7.
Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away.
No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
Now Brady gets away with one. Lucky, could have been intercepted, but it falls to the ground. Second and 10. From the gun, it's Brady. Left side here, that's complete to Godwin. And he's upended at the 33, following a good pickup of 8. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. And he will not get there as they stop him short right around the 34-yard line. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. Evans has it left side. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. To throw, it's Brady. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Brady
targeting Godwin once more, this time complete.
And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
A pickup of 5 that time and a first down. They will run out of the gun with Jacobs. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
3 yards remain for 2nd down.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
Hey, ball 66.
No. He gets grip.
They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. A shotgun give to Fournette. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Here's a handoff to Jacobs. He winds up getting only a couple there, down to the 29.
A 2-yard pickup brings up 3rd.
They fake the handoff. Now Brady. They swing that out wide to Jacobs. And he is going to have the Buccaneers first down, and comfortably so, as he gets 5 there on 3rd and a yard.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 40 yards on the ground for him so far. They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Fournette. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Brady now to throw. Being chased out left. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. Now a play fake. Brady. Quickly to Gronkowski. That's caught. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
It's 4th down.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Now Brady, got to have this one. Godwin's got it. Touchdown Tampa Bay. Chris Godwin with touchdown number 15 on the year and 2nd of the game. And the Bucs have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. Extra point up and good by Succop. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. So 4th quarter, a nice run there to start this drive. Charles, what do you think the split will be here between run and pass?
Well, partner, I think it'll lean towards the run, but this is also not a time where you just totally do that. You still have to possess the ball, move the sticks, and keep the clock moving as well. So they'll run their offense, but yeah, when they have a chance to run it, they'll do that a little bit more.
Now left side on the swing pass. It'll be a pickup of 8 on the screen, and it sets up a 3rd down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. It's a Panthers first down, 17 yards on the play.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there, and on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously, but at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
Just a yard to go here on second down. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. 4 yards the pickup, first down. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you?
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Joe Tryon able to get in there and run him down for what's going to be a loss of 15 yards all told. Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a second and very long. Another try after the first down sack. Darnold. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by Levante David.
That's right, baby.
And it's a pick six. He brings it back to the house for a Buccaneer TD. Well, you don't want to coach him, Charles, to stay in the pocket on every play, but I guess that's the danger of getting outside of the pocket, extending a play and making a bad throw. Turns into 6 points the other way.
Yeah, sometimes when you get outside the pocket, your vision actually gets obscured a little bit, or you narrow it down too much, and you don't see all the defenders in the area.
A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They will look to flush the memory of that pick six as we now have a brand new tie ball game here in the fourth quarter. Getting down to the good stuff. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. So mark off the yardage for roughing the passer.
And I've seen this before. On a screen pass, not only are you rushing the passer, you're rushing him deeper than normal. And I think a little frustration kicks in at the end. You're going to hit him anyway when you shouldn't.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 64 yards rushing for him so far in this one as he nears 1,400 for the year. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. On the ground, McCaffrey. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
On 2nd down, McCaffrey. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a 3rd and about 4 more for a 1st.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. And they're facing a big 3rd down now in this tie ball game. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. 11 yards and a Panther 1st down.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
Out of the pistol, McCaffrey. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Back-to-back 1-yard runs here, so that leaves him with a 3rd down and 8. Here's Darnold. He'll buy some time right. He gets this one to Hubbard, complete. That's going to bring up 4th down, only a gain of 2 there. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
Well, he was a spectator for much of this game. This is his first field goal opportunity of the entire contest, but he's able to connect.
Yeah, he had a pretty good seat to this one, didn't he? But let's face it, all kickers that you and I know, they want to contribute. They want their opportunity, and he seized his.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
Yeah, they practice this all the time.
They practice it all the time. They know what they want to get done. And in a lot of cases, the great competitors, they love this.
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Fournette running out of the gun. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. They go back to the ground, this time Jacobs. Shrugs the tackle.
Nice.
And he is out of bounds inside the 30. Boy, missed tackles. That could be their downfall, Charles.
Yeah, they actually let him out of bounds there. Instead of the clock continuing to run, they let him out, and it turned into another timeout for him. Not good at all.
They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And he's going to get the 1st down as they bring him down at the 23. Now they get the timeout. It leads you to wonder, will they kick it here or risk running another play and possibly not getting down in time? We'll see. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And able to work his way down to the 16. And, the stadium clock says 0, but the one on your screen is the one that matters, and the officials say yes, it's a timeout with 1 second left to go and a field goal try forthcoming to potentially send us to overtime. And he's not able to come through. This is no good. And that is how this game comes to a close. Well, we were prepping for overtime up here in the booth, partner. Thought for sure we were destined for OT. And then the chip shot field goal, no good. A tough loss.
Oh, without question, because when you're saying